Fearless Disease.
Think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call warrior dividend before Christmas, a warrior dividend in honor of our nation's founding in 1776. We are sending every soldier $1,776.
Big dog Trump handing out them checks. I wish I would have went into the military now. I would have got a little Skrilla. That's what I ate. Appreciate you, Trump. Fearless Disease fam. Today we expose the truth they hate to hear. Like right now, if you are ready, Mr. Donald Trump handing out that Skrilla. As you see, he's handing out $1,776 to the military troops just to show honor, man. I figured just Trump just throwing a little piece of change. He's just like, here, I support you. I'm the president. I got Skrilla. I want to write a few checks. Here's something for you. You're welcome. Appreciate Mr. Trump. And of course, we're going to continue with this story because one of the people that I have a little disdain for, and it's a little bit of a sellout. I wish she would be quiet. She's underwater right now because she opening her mouth too much. She does that almost every day in the morning. If you don't know who it is, you saw the title. We're going to hear what she has to say. Let's continue on.
That is President Trump showing some generosity to our troops this holiday season. But even this gift cannot stop some of the ladies from The View from spoiling the big moment. Here's Whoopi.
Did y'all guess who it was? You knew it was gonna be. You knew it was gonna be The View. The View. It's like 3 or 4 of mildly unattractive women that just say nonsense out the side of their mouth and just get a bunch of applause from other lonely cat women. They don't know nothing about politics and know nothing about the world, but just want to pander on to the most slowest females on earth. Let's continue.
Goldberg suggesting that Trump is bribing our military.
The one thing I'll give him credit on is this bonuses to troops. He's giving him basically $1,700.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see them get the money. Well, what he's doing is he's thinking, if I make sure that the soldiers have what they need, they'll back me in what I want. See.
Oh, well,
I got to stop listening to these slow women. The hatred. This is why they keep calling you have Trump deranged syndrome. There's nothing he can do to make you feel good. There's nothing that you can say, okay, good job, President. Not one thing. He don't even care about you personally. He's big dog Trump. All he's doing is he's in charge of the military. He is the president of the United States. All he's trying to do is just do something nice for the holiday season and giving our troops that's out there on the front lines, keeping us safe over here on United States soil, some Skrilla during the holiday season. And you still upset about it. You have no way of being happy. That's why we call you an unbearable woman, Whoopi. You're an unbearable woman. Nothing makes you happy. I can imagine how your household is. If you have I bet you don't have a man. If you probably have a man, you probably drive him crazy.
Well, some in the liberal media are praising Trump for the military bonuses. Here's CNN's Van Jones.
Let's see.
One good thing was he's going to give money to soldiers. I think, listen, that's a good thing. So that's the only thing I could find in there that I hadn't heard before. And giving some money to our soldiers is a good thing. Other than that, it was just a gift to Democrats.
Jeremy, this is just wild on Whoopi Goldberg.
We have one person that's he's very moderate. He's a Democrat, he's a liberal, but he actually stands up for when the other side Republicans do something that's good. Now, I'm more of a Republican, leaning more to the Republican, as you can tell by this YouTube channel. But if a Democrat does something that's good, then I always applaud it. It's not like we're against each other. We just have different views on some things. But if you actually do something good, I believe that even if you're a Republican, you should be able to applaud a Democrat that do something good. That's just how it is. We're all going for the same purpose, that we want to see a better society. So you're going to do something that's good. Nothing of everything that a Democrat does is bad. But that's the problem with people like Whoopi. If you don't agree with everything that she wants, then she considers you a bad person. And those are people that you do not want to deal with. They're not righteous people. They're not honest people. You don't want to deal with them. That's why I said nobody wants to deal with her. I bet you she's lonely. If she has a man that he's driving, he almost had to pull the bullet trigger. I know he is. He don't want to deal with her no more. I guarantee it, 100%.
First part, I mean, is this peak Trump derangement syndrome?
Oh, absolutely. And, but first, let me just say, this warrior dividend that President Trump is giving to our troops, it goes a long way. And as someone who has served, I can tell you a lot of, especially like our privates, our kind of lower enlisted folks, I mean, sometimes they are living paycheck to paycheck. This $1,776, I love that, is going to go a long way. They can pay gifts for their kids maybe they weren't able to afford. Some people maybe weren't able to pay for that ticket to get home, to see their family for Christmas. So now they're able to afford those things. I mean, so it's so much bigger than just the money. I mean, it really has a huge effect. And it shows that President Trump, once again, he cares and he loves our troops. And you cannot take that from him a day. I mean, every day he's in the White House, he has shown that he loves and cares for our troops. This wasn't about politics or just trying to look good. He does it because he cares about them. And so I want to say thank you, President Trump, for putting our troops first and giving them this warrior dividend. Now, on to Whoopi Goldberg.
That's what I was waiting on. Go to Whoopi Goldberg. Goldberg, Whoopi Goldberg, whatever her name is. But he's very right about that, man. Trump, one thing he really does, if not about business and money, he really does care about our military. He's always shown that he really cares about our military. He wants to see them healthy. He wants to see them strong. He wants to see them fight for America. And he loves the troops. He loves everything of that Star Spangled Banner. He loves our flag. This is what he is. He loves America. You can't say nothing about that. He does love America. And for him to do this for the troops, it really shows that he wants to see us happy. And of course, troops are there out there. It's a lot of fear, a lot of things going on over there. And sometimes they're even feeding their families. They want to make sure the military has what they need and make sure they have that Skrilla for the Christmas time. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Salute to all the military people out here watching this channel.
What I realized about her is that like she has her hatred for President Trump is so intense and so strong that it clouds her view on everything that comes out of the White House. I mean, this is honestly, it's a good example of what happens when hate enters your heart. I mean, you really just can't see anything good, anything positive. You can't see anything truthful. All she sees, everything to it through this negative lens. And it's really unfortunate. And I'm happy that at least Van Jones was willing to at least say something true there. But here's the thing. Those of us that do know the truth, we got to say, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for putting our troops first, and let's keep this going.
Yeah, President Trump was just at the dignified transfer for two of our service members that lost their lives very recently. We know our troops are serving. Thank you so much all across the globe for serving troops everywhere. Merry Christmas.
Salute to all the troops out there, man. We love you guys. You're keeping us safe over here in the United States, man. Appreciate you.
And they deserve this money and more money. I covered an organization called Miles for Military that help, as you mentioned, these young service members get home for special things, for the holidays, for weddings, to be there for their family members. And this money at the holidays suddenly it's almost a gift of peace for our troops that are under so much stress anyway. Emily, your thoughts?
Yeah, I want to focus for a moment on the leave situation that the Commander-in-Chief extended and to underscore that it is clear to me that those people on that show have no idea what it is like to be part of a military family or a federal government family. Because if you did, you would not in any way demean what that money means and what the leave means. And it's not about bribing. It's about a commander-in-chief that understands the hard work, the sacrifices, and the situation of the people, the brave men and women that are under his care. So under President Trump's with his first term, he gave 2 days of leave around the Christmas, the federal holiday is Christmas, but he gave Christmas Eve and the day after. And that enables these people to not have to take another day or two to be able to have it over the weekend. President Obama never did that. Biden never did that, and President Trump did it this year again. And for a family like mine, for example, where we just had a situation in the family that required taking unexpected leave. So now we have the holidays, and the tickets for airlines are skyrocketed high. It is 3 times the amount for us to go home to see our family. We're dealing with that, and then leave was stretched thin because of the situation that happened prior. So thank you, President Trump. Thank you. Because that level of grace, the impact it has on every family for that leave cannot be overstated. And that point of view is so damaging. It is so myopic, so ill-informed to put it out there that it is somehow a self-serving instead of gracing and blessing the brave men and women that receive it.
she's a jerk.
Very true.
Okay, she's a jerk. Because think about what she's actually saying here. No, but she thinks that the men and women.
She had, before they keep on, she had some good points on there. When you're blinded by so much hate, as a gentleman said, but to feed on what she said, the next young lady, is that I don't think that people of the view are a part of a military family. That you think the military family that receiving that money, you think they're like, oh no, I hate Trump, why did he give it to? No, they're actually showing thanks. I appreciate you, and you're the commander in chief of this company, and I'm glad you was able to give me at least a holiday bonus because I'm taking care of the country that you live in. It should be lines and groups of military people actually shaming the view on how childish and how petty they are, just because they have so much hatred from one person. They can't see the good in what he's trying to do for American people. It's very sickening. Sick woman, man. Very sick woman.
Who put on a uniform like Jeremy, that are willing to put their life on the line, that are willing to die in pursuit of freedom and to pursuit of this country, to protect and to serve. That a $1,776 bonus, that they could be bought with that. Exactly. That they could be bribed. People who are willing to put their lives on the line for this country, that they can be bought. Think about how demeaning that is. To me, that is such a slap in the face to the men and women in uniform, that she thinks that they're that cheap, that they could be bought, these people who are doing a service to their country. And then, mind you, look at what's going on the left. You have the seditious six out there putting up a video being like, hey, you don't have to follow illegal orders, wink, wink, nod, nod. You can break the chain of command, which is really what they're saying there. Or you go back to September 2022 under Joe Biden, flanked by the military behind him in Philadelphia in a primetime address, labeling tens of millions of people who voted for President Trump that they're extremists, the MAGA extremists, that they're a threat to democracy, right? That is what's problematic, what he did or what the seditious six did. So to me, I think Whoopi Goldberg is really showing herself here about how little she thinks of her men and women in uniform, and also underscores that we're not doing enough for the people who serve our country. So she's a jerk.
That's very true. That's very true. She's a jerk. She's just saying layman terms, but she's a B. I don't want to say it. I can't say it on there. I'm trying to be a respectful Christian, man. But the link in the video, man, check it out, man. This is going to continue to keep on going until we call it out. But we have a bunch of women, of course, the liberal women that are always going to be able to push this forward and understand that they believe that this is something right and something they should be able to do. Even when Trump does something correct, they want to be able to find some way to say that it's wrong or say that it's something that he's not doing out of the kindness of his heart. And I don't know if he is doing kindness of his heart per se, but I think that he's doing something that is needed to show that we are united as American citizens, especially for the military, man. They've been doing a lot of work. They've been doing a lot for America over this past year with John Schroeder. I know he has them running ragged 100%. Again, shout out to all the military people. We appreciate you here at FearlessDisease. You already know what to do. Smash that like, tap the next video on the screen, subscribe, and hit the bell. CashApp, FearlessDisease is always in the description if you are rocking with the movement. See you on the next one. Stay rich and stay fearless.